Now you may remember we are not allowed to have roots in the denominator. Well, I is the square root of a -1, so we're not allowed to have i's in the denominator either. So we're going to have to multiply the top and bottom of each of these by the conjugate of the denominator. Luckily, we have that little shortcut we learned in the last video for multiplying out the bottom. It's going to take a little bit more effort to multiply the top. So the conjugate is going to be 3 plus 4i over 3 plus 4i. So let's get that denominator done first because it's going to be so easy. 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. On the top, I will FOIL it. First is 12, outside is 16i, inside is 9i, and last is 12i squared. I'll go ahead and simplify the denominator. We get 25 on the bottom. I'll combine like terms on the top and swap this I squared out for a -1. Now 12 plus 12 times a -1 is 12 minus 12. Those 12s are going to cancel out and we end up with 25i over 25. 25s are going to cancel out and we are left with I as our final solution, which is much nicer to write than what we have up here in letter A. Let's go ahead and try letter B. We're going to multiply top and bottom by the conjugate. So the top is going to be 5 minus 2i, bottom 5 minus 2i. Let's use our trick in the denominator. 5 squared is 25, 2 squared is 4, and we'll distribute this -3 on the top, and we end up with a -15 plus 6i. One last step in our simplification, and we have -15 plus 6i over 29. And that is our solution to that one. Letter C, we don't necessarily have to multiply by the conjugate. We can just multiply the top and bottom by I. Right? Because we don't have any number not containing I added or subtracted from this 4i. So we're going to end up on top 5i plus 3i squared over 4i squared. We'll replace those I squareds with -1s. And we will end up with 5i minus 3 over a -4. A nicer solution if we were to multiply the top and bottom by a -1. Although this is a perfectly acceptable solution, I think this one looks nicer. -5i plus 3 over 4, or written as a plus bi, we would have 3/4 minus 5/4 I.